Upon uploading, I will have lost about several people's respect on the internet. And I could honestly care less. This is something I've wanted to rant about for quite some time. If there's one term that I hate hearing from a bunch of ass-whipped moppets, it's "I can't believe that you would dare do this kind of thing. You have lost all my respect." I see this from so many people and it honestly irritates me. The idea that you think your respect means so much to make a person become anything different than what they truly believe they are. The fact that you have the gall to force your shriveled little e-penis down a person's throat just to get them the way you want them. Newsflash, that's just you trying to place your iron fist on top of a person's conscience and opinions. And that is something many people would not like to respect. Of course, I wouldn't use the term respect, considering even I can go to a person who I can look up to or say that they are a reliable source or a good friend and say whether or not what they're saying is anything from an unknown origin or something completely random made up of nothing but constructed bull. But even then, I could never bring myself down to saying to a guy like Loudon, "Hey, what'd you do this one, nigga? Bro, you lost my respect." I would ask him what he was thinking about, but I would use the term, "You lost my respect." I would not do that. And you're a retard who needs a whiplash with a chain if you think that you are liable of using this excuse. And I use a guy like Loudon for an example because he is a guy who I doubt would care if someone like me would lose respect in him. Even if we're tighter than the gay relationship between Mike Guy and Rock Lee, he gets the idea that I'm just some Jewfro New Yorkie with a computer screen, no matter how sexual our conversations get. Same thing can be applied to TOG too. And the funny thing is, majority of you people who use this argument claim that you're all about freedom of speech or freedom of expression, yet this term is showing your prohibitive feelings towards what you saw being expressed. You're suppressing someone's freedom of expression just by saying that. And don't say you're not, because why else would you say you lost respect for a person? I thought so. I'd understand if you were to say something about my content not being suitable for your taste, but to threaten me with your respect is just cringing enough to call you a faggot. For all I'm concerned, you're just some guy behind a wall of text or a video box just jabbering away about how you want someone like me to be the way you want me to be. Here's something to absorb. I'm not you, and I will never be you. I'd rather be an original with no regrets than someone self-conscious, dick-sucking slave who questions what I do every day. While I'm willing to make media for people's amusement, I don't care if you have something to say about it. However, when it comes to trying to change me, tell me I can't be who I want to be, tell me who I am as a person just to please some pretentious punk, all I have to say to that is, fuck you. That's all about me. And you sound like the bigger tyrant than I do. And trust me, I can name off a couple of people who are like this. GST Superworld before he rage quit for the 20th time, Inferno, Meta, Jordan River, I believe Xeon did it once, majority of the people who bitch at Tubers' videos, Paul K. Dragmaster, Lyric Shooter, and I will cover all these people, so sit back. This is going to be a while. Now, I'm not going to talk about GST considering he isn't relevant at the moment until people figure out where he's uploading videos. Seriously, you say you're making videos still, yet you aren't even telling anyone where you're posting them? Well, say goodbye to the 5 people who actually liked your damn videos. Not that I'm one of them. You see, I do remember how Inferno would easily pull out the respect card, and what's even worse is that he later on regains his respect in about the next couple of days or so. So not only are you ridiculously two-faced, but you're easily persuaded. I'm surprised nobody made a video about you and they just dress up as a shepherd, the ultimate symbolism of how feeble your intelligence is. Then we have Meta, who does it the fucking most out of the weirdos I name-dropped. First of all, with Meta, he shouldn't be complaining considering he's always the first to disrespect a person. I still remember the series of PMs that you sent to Ben telling him how rude, obnoxious, and mean he was, even though he was trying to help you. And of course, there's the fact that you're always try to belittle a person's intelligence just because you don't like them, like the game dude, who you also said you lost respect for. Last time I checked, you were a laughingstock. I can't even take you seriously, let alone take your respect seriously. Jordan River constantly going up to a guy like Mario the Plumber saying how he lost so much respect that he would beat the crap out of him if he ever met him in real life. Do I honestly need to tell you guys any more on where I'm going with this? Xeon, you're just an unlikable retard who cares more about getting noticed by everyone and being everyone's friend just to get an ego boost. And considering your track record of making the most dumbfounded of statements, arguments, and overall cop-outs, I doubt anyone would take your respect any more seriously than Meta's respect, which nobody does. The people who complain about tubers saying they never respect him, excuse me people, but tubers has been acting like this since when Random DC made commentaries on him. If you didn't care what people thought about him then why should he care about what people think about him now? Like, you really think you're gonna change his point of views on things, like, now? You really think you're gonna change his style of talking about people now, when he has been doing this and not even a guy like Random DC could convince him otherwise? So yeah, that pretty much fails on your part, the fact that you're trying to persuade a guy who's been keeping up the same act for majority of his time on YouTube, and it's still able to work in terms of pissing people off. Dragon Master, a guy who drops respect for a person just from a tiny critique, even if it's from someone who he sucks the ever-living sperm out of their manhose. Need I say more? I think Lyric Shooter did say to me once and how I never get his respect. He also said he lost the respect towards people who were throwing rocks at a dead cow. This is funny considering you barely knew me and these people. Did you seriously have legit respect for us when you looked at us? Yeah, get the fuck out of here. You were a retard on your Mr. Commentary account, and you're still a retard on your Lyric Shooter account. You make the same kind of shitty videos, just they're not commentaries. They're just shitty make me YouTube partner videos. So, what do all these people who I name dropped have in common? Simple. They lost respect for a person over one little thing. That's right, one thing, and they completely dropped the respect they had for a person. All I have to say is this. If it takes one thing for you to lose respect for a person, then you never had respect for that person to begin with. Perhaps I should tell you the definition of the word respect. Respect, esteem for or a sense of the worth or excellence of a person or personal quality or ability, or something considered as a manifestation of a personal quality or ability. If you felt like this person was worth so much to you, why throw them under the bus just for one little thing? Why attempt to put your own ego over a person who you feel honored to know, by the way? Like, that respect was fake all along, and it was only you following a person like a deity just to fit in with everyone in the crowd, which is what most of you faggots are like towards people like the Honest Reviews every time he so as much expresses an opinion. This is why I hate it when people use the term respect as a crutch just to get a sympathy vote. That is all it is, people, just wanting to feel more important about themselves. So, how else will they do it? Simple. They throw their respect like it should be wielded like a purple heart. And if you're one of the following people who act like that, or any of the following people I mentioned, your respect is about as desirable as lung cancer. Seriously, the word respect is starting to get irritating. It's getting as annoying as hearing people using the word constructive criticism. People use that word and have no idea what it means. Not to mention, it really says something about you, doesn't it? You think you're so important that everybody needs to be worried about your feelings and perspectives, that everybody needs to be like you. In essence, you're trying to convert people to basically be another version of you. You're trying to make copies of you. You're trying to make people act just like you. You want to convert people to become your mindless slaves and just suck your ever lonely EP-ness. I'm sorry, how is that anyway showing respect? How is going to a person like Loudon and outright demanding that he stops using the term autistic retard showing any form of respect? You are nothing but a complete scumbag, and the idea of you having friends is laughable. Nobody needs a poser who thinks his perspective should be heralded and heated like someone announcing the apocalypse. You're not omnipotent, you're not the answer to everyone's problems, and you're certainly not a messiah. You're just some guy over the internet who I could care less about your respect, so you can take that respect of yours and shove it right up your ass. That's all I have to say. I'm done. This is Realmore saying, boom, that just happened.